Kalinchenko just revealed what all of the European arm wrestlers are predicting, and more importantly, he revealed what all of them are planning to do. There might be something big coming up. But before we discuss that, let's talk about this new super match announcement for the upcoming East vs West 19 event. Dave Chaffee vs Todd Hutchings. 115 kg right arm super match. Initially, Dave was supposed to be arm wrestling Ibrahim Sagov, but since Sagov has announced that he won't be competing at East vs West anymore, that's why this match is happening. And even if he wanted to compete, he may not have been able to travel to USA due to visa issues. In the practice polls, Dave Chaffee has always dominated Todd Hutchings. People are saying that Todd now knows how to beat Dave just because he was able to get some stops over Dave during practice, but we can say the same thing about Dave Chaffee as well. He also knows how to pull Toddzilla. But most people also commonly believe that Dave Chaffee is on the decline and now he's cutting weight too, so he's not as massive as he was, and Todd Hutchings is constantly improving. This is something which can make this match really interesting. I personally think that Dave is the favorite in this match. Even if Todd is able to stop the match somewhere, Dave will just simply switch to his flop press and get the job done. Zaur Paizulaev vs Kamil Jablonski was also supposed to be happening at the same event as the Chaffee vs Sagov super match, but these two have also pulled out of East vs West. But that doesn't mean that we are not going to talk about the impressive lifts that Zaur has been posting recently. So first of all, this exercise, I like to call it the arm wrestling static hold, or even the arm wrestling deadlift, you can call it. I like to see it being done in a way which ARMWRESTLING used to do that, with around 100 kilos, but this is also impressive. Zaur was literally warming up with 107 kilos and his final exercise was with 112 kilos. I don't think I have ever seen anyone lift more weight in this exercise than what Zaur is lifting here. Then the pronation exercise, 66 kilos for 14 reps. Initially, it looks like his pronation is giving up, he is getting turned palm up, but then he pronates it back in. So is he intentionally doing that? If he is, then this makes the lift even more impressive. This has to be one of the most impressive pronation lifts we have ever seen. And then in the bench press exercise, Zaur lifted 170 kilos for 12 reps. The guy is a beast. He cheat curled 150 kilos and the progression was amazing. The video was well cut, so it wasn't like he was just going for the 1 rep max. Even after lifting 150 kilos in cheat curl or 170 kilo in the bench press exercise, he still was doing a lot of reps with lighter weights. So this looked more like his regular workout than a display of 1 rep max. No one is doubting that Zaur is one strong guy. He has some of the fastest pins over Vitaly Laletin. What I would like to see more from Zaur, which I haven't really seen yet, is some actual table time, especially against strong arm wrestlers, because he still seems to be pretty one-dimensional on the table, and it's not like his one-dimensional move, the top roll, isn't getting stopped by anyone. It is getting stopped, and then Zaur gets into big trouble. Kalinchenko said that Devon is arm wrestling Alex Kurdecha right-handed just so he can prepare an excuse not to fight against Vitaly. He knows that he can't stay peaked forever. He has been arm wrestling for a long time. It is not good for his health to continue like that. That's why he wants to rest a little bit. That's why he doesn't want to face Vitaly. He knew that Morozov doesn't have the visa. That's why he's calling him out. He knew that Hermes Gasparini just arm wrestled Levan Saginashvili. And the same goes for Levan. That's why he was calling both of them out. And then Kalina said something interesting. He mentioned that by the 20th of July, Robert Baxter must agree to the conditions of the arm wrestlers. We don't know what these conditions are. One of them must be that Engin should stay with the organization and he should still control the 5 lanes which he was controlling about a month ago. He said there are 2 possibilities now. Either the contracted athletes will not be competing anywhere or they will be forced to compete at East vs West. But most likely there will be non-fulfillment of the contract conditions, which means that the athletes won't really be getting as many matches as they were promised this year. And as soon as this happens, as soon as the year ends and the arm wrestlers don't get the matches that they were promised, they are going to terminate the contract. They can do that. But then he also said that they will be arm wrestling only in Europe. So how does that work out? They are being offered matches, but they don't want to go to USA. Even the ones who can go to USA, they also don't want to go there. So how can they claim later on that they were promised 2 matches per year and they got none? He also mentioned that there are at least 3 promoters that he knows who are waiting for East versus West to fall apart, who are waiting that the athletes leave the organization so that they can invite them. So I was questioning since the beginning, if not with East versus West, then where are these arm wrestlers going to compete? Well, I think we do have an answer now. Maybe all of them are already in contact with someone. Maybe they are already thinking about something. And maybe, just maybe, I've heard from somewhere that something big is going to happen in the next few days. I can't tell you what, I can't tell you when, but it may happen. Thanks for watching, like the video, and I'll see you again.